little bit of just, I'm like, I had it all planned in my head before I sat down. We're gonna do a feel-good flow today. That's primarily Pilates. I have some other functional movements thrown in there that are like intertwined with more traditional Pilates moves. And it's gonna be a little bit longer. I do a lot of short classes because that's what a lot of people have said that's what they have time for, just those little short bursts. But today we're gonna do a little bit of a longer one. It's gonna be about 30 minutes. Okay, you're gonna lie down, head nice and heavy, rib cage nice and heavy, settling down into your bones, and open your arms out wide to the sides of the room, palms facing up, shoulders trying to relax down. And we're just going to arrive on the floor in your body and breathe. As you inhale, fill up your belly, pull the air down into your belly and expand your chest. And then nice deep exhale, settle your body to the floor, let it release. So inhale, fill up your chest. Nice deep exhale, relax. Letting your body weight just melt to the earth beneath you. And we're gonna do that 5 more times. Inhale, in, slow and smooth. And exhale out, relax. Inhale in. And exhale, release. Allow with each exhale to let you sink a little bit deeper, release a little bit more. Let's do that one more time all together. Beautiful. So keeping your spine nice and neutral, keep your arms heavy out to the sides, palms facing up. And you're gonna alternate lifting one leg at a time into tabletop, and it's called leg changes in Pilates. So you're keeping your spine neutral, which means this low back curve is there. And it's an exhale to lift your leg into tabletop, inhale to lower, and then deep exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. So your exhale, your core engages, helping your hip flexor engage. Exhale, lift, and one more time to each side. Okay, you're gonna plant your heels down hip distance, keep your arms wide, palms facing up, and you're gonna articulate up through some bridges. So you're gonna tip your pelvis, tuck your tail, that's gonna sink your low back into the ground, squeeze your glutes, and lift your hips up to about the base of your shoulders. Keep your ribs and hips in a nice diagonal line. We're not flaring the ribs or going into back extension here. And then exhale, you're gonna melt down vertebra by vertebra. Keep your hips lifted, your tail lifted, until your pelvis and your tail are the last to unwind. Deep breath in. Nice deep exhale. Tip your pelvis, tuck your tail, squeeze your glutes, and lift. Rolling down bone by bone. Okay, so we're doing this pretty slow. It's an inhale at the bottom. Nice deep exhale, tuck your tail, squeeze your glutes, lift. Inhale, pause at the top. Exhale, articulate down, release your glutes a little bit. Use your core more. Let's do that one more time. Inhale at the bottom. Nice deep exhale, tip your pelvis, tuck your tail, squeeze your glutes, rise up. Inhale, pause. Exhale, articulate. Bone by bone. When you arrive back to neutral, you're gonna take your right ankle and cross it over your left thigh. And then from here, your legs are active. So your bottom foot presses down into the ground, your top ankle leg presses down into your thigh. So your legs should turn on. You should feel this quad a little bit. You should feel this bottom hamstring a little bit more. Your arms are gonna stay out wide. I know this is a little awkward, but it's really opening up your posture. So press down into your bottom heel. Squeeze that bottom glute, lift. This is with your inhale. And then your exhale, you're gonna hinge your hips and lower down. So we're doing this as a hip hinge rather than an articulation. So you're gonna lift your hips straight up from where they were, and then you're gonna lower, leading with your sacrum and lower back down, arriving back into your neutral posture. So it's a nice deep inhale, lift. Nice deep exhale, lower. So that bottom glute is going to be working very hard. Your top thigh, ankle is still pressing down into your bottom thigh. And then if you can, a little extra out of focus, your fingernails, your fingertips, press them down into the ground. And that's going to open up your posture even more. And we're going to do this 3 more times. So nice deep inhale to lift. Nice deep exhale to lower. Last 2. Head heavy, soft tuck of your chin. And last one. And then lower down your sacrum. You're going to interlace your fingers behind your head, press your head into your hands, keep your spine neutral, and exhale. You're going to peel up your right shoulder blade as you rotate through the base of your ribcage to your left side. Inhale, arrive back to center, head heavy. Nice deep exhale, you're going to rotate to the other side. So you're going back and forth through this oblique twist. And the only thing moving is your ribcage, so your head presses back into your hands. Still keep your legs active by pressing that bottom foot into the ground, top leg down into your thigh, and it's deep exhale into that rotation. Inhale back to center. Deep exhale to twist. We're going 1 more time to each side. Deep exhale to rotate. Beautiful, last one. When you come back to center, rest your head, arms wide again, palms facing up. Uncross your feet, you can shake your legs out a little bit, and then switching sides. Your right foot plants down, left leg on top, crossing over into that figure 4, bridges first, squeezing your bottom glute, lift your hips, that's with your inhale, and then exhale, you're gonna hinge from your hips to lower back down. So inhale, lift, squeeze that bottom glute, exhale, hinge your hips, and lower back down. Nice deep inhale to lift. Nice deep exhale to lower. Last 3. And lower. Last 2. Exhale, lower, and last one. And then when you anchor your sacrum area back down, keep your legs actively pressing in and down. Interlace your fingers behind your head, and with your exhale, you're gonna rotate through the base of your ribcage into that oblique twist, that core work. Nice deep exhale to rotate, and inhale to come back to center. Switching sides, alternating sides. And this will probably feel different from side to side. Like this direction of my legs crossed feels way more awkward. And that's okay, that's why we do all this single-sided stuff. It's okay to just take a breather and reset if you feel a little off. You want your sacrum to stay anchored down, low back curve intact, and rib cage heavy to the floor once you arrive there, and then exhale, the base of your rib cage rotates into that twist, head heavy in your hands, and you're going 1 more time to each side. So nice deep exhale to wrap around your rib cage. Inhale, center yourself, and nice deep exhale to twist. Come back to center, relax your head. Arms now down by your side. Untuck your feet and shake them out a little bit. And then you're going to draw your legs into tabletop. Keep your spine neutral. Reach your arms up for the sky. Head heavy, soft tuck of your chin. And you're going to do, it's called Dying Bug. It's an inhale, it's not my favorite name, but it's an inhale to extend opposite limbs, right leg, left arm. It's an exhale to come back in. Your spine stays neutral, your hips hugging in, core hugging in, and then you're switching sides. So it's a nice deep inhale to lengthen in that diagonal line. Exhale, navel to spine to come back to center. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hug back in. You've got 4 and 3. Last 2. Last 1. Come back to center. Keep your arms reaching up, thighs squeezing a little bit. And exhale, you're going to lift your chest and hold here. And then you're going to alternate extending one leg out. You can also support your head with your hands if that's better in your neck. When your arms are reaching down by your side, can you flip your palms up? That's going to open up your posture again. And it's an inhale to extend, exhale to bend, and you're here for 4, 2, and 1. And now you're going to interlace your fingers behind your head and go into bicycle. Love a little crisscross. Rotating towards your tabletop leg, extending your opposite. Still moving your chest from the base of your rib cage, your core work. It's an exhale to twist. Inhale back to center, exhale, twist. You're here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center, one more round. Hug your thighs. You're gonna inhale, extend both legs forward, both arms overhead. Exhale, swim your arms wide, hug your thighs back in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, navel to spine, pull back in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hug back in. You can also do this with your head rested down the whole time, or your head rests when you extend your limbs, and then you're lifting your chest. If your neck doesn't love that, main thing, listen to your neck. You're here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend your limbs, hold, and you're gonna do little flutter kicks. Nice deep breaths, holding this for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug your thighs in, keep your chest lifted or lifted if it's not already, and then you're gonna rock yourself up to seated. Sometimes that happens swiftly, sometimes not so much. When you're holding here, your spine is in a shape of a J, so your tail is tucked, but then your upper body, that mid-back, is going to lengthen a teeny bit more. Holding this, deep breaths. Maybe let go of your thighs. Deep, deep breaths here. And then you're gonna hug your thighs, and you're slowly going to roll down until you're about the base of your shoulders. You're back in tabletop, so you're back in your core work. And we're gonna do that last one more time. So it's an inhale, you're gonna lengthen your limbs away. Exhale, swim them back together. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hug in. You can lower your head down at any time. Deep breaths. And you're here for 4. Slow it down. I'm trying to race through it too, but we've got 3. Extend that breath a little bit longer. Last 2. And last 1. Oh, hug your knees in, shake that out. You're going to extend your legs nice and long onto the floor. Your arms are going to reach up and overhead, and you're going to anchor your heels down. So you're in this nice long line. You can even like stretch and lengthen out your body for a moment as long as you can possibly make it. And then we're gonna do some more roll-ups. So what that looks like is, legs are very engaged. Either point or flex your feet so your heels are anchored down. And then with your exhale, you're gonna sweep your arms up for the sky, tuck your chin, and you're gonna articulate bone by bone, vertebra by vertebra, until you peel yourself off of the ground into a seated position, shoulders over your hips, and then you're going to roll back up with your inhale. And then exhale, you're gonna scoop your belly, tuck your tail, roll down bone by bone, reversing that from lower, middle to upper to head on the floor. Take your arms up, deep breath in, and nice deep exhale, articulate. If you get to your mid-back and you're like, I'm stuck here, bend your knees, and this can help. The first couple are always the hardest. Keep going if you're cracked. Or also what can help is coming to the seated position and practicing just going to here, just halfway, or it's called the half roll back, and then curling forward. Inhaling up, exhale to curl back halfway, inhale, pause, and exhale to curl forward. So because main thing with these is you don't want to be like flinging yourself up. You could. That is not so good for your low back. So don't do it with momentum. It's meant to be done with your strength, with your muscles. Also, usually what the culprit is, and if you're still rolling up, and just keep rolling up, just keep going. But if you're stuck, like feeling very literally stuck here, I'm talking to you. So if you are stuck here, this isn't so much your core, it's probably your mid-back. And so the mid-back needs a little bit of space. It needs the hamstrings to have a little bit of space and roll up, so that can be helpful. Or if that is not helping with the knees bent, just come from here and do this. or go all the way to lying down and just roll up as far as you can, and then roll back down, and you'll start to work out that mid-back stickiness. Okay, so the next time you roll up, you're going to come to your side.